This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Scummy says Greer is a joke. You know, Greer, right now, I can't defend anything. I can't defend Greer. I can't defend Flo. I can't defend the owner. I can't defend the players. I can't defend anything. But you know what I also can't do? I also can't figure out what the hell's going on here. Because I told you guys last week, I'm not convinced that all these draft picks are terrible. And I tell you that, and you're going to go, you're full of crap, dude. No, these draft picks are all terrible. So let me ask you something. It can't be the coaching? Because it's not like we haven't watched players leave Miami and play better elsewhere, correct? No one's going to argue with me on that one, right? So let me ask you something. If it's personnel, why is Jerome Baker, X, and Byron Jones not playing well? Those are established and proven veterans. What's the coaching staff doing with those guys? So I'm wondering if your coaches can't make your veteran players play at a high level, how are you going to teach the rookies and the others to be better? I wonder. Strange, isn't it? Right? Eric Flowers didn't play well here, but is grading out as one of the better guards in Washington. I wonder. Wow. The other guy, Manure, or whatever the hell, I forgot the guy's name. They cut his ass, didn't even give him a chance. Well, he's helping out another team. Wow. It's kind of interesting that these players leave here and they're playing better. I wonder if Austin Jackson was coached up by a real O-line coach. Could he play better? Could Robert Hunt be a better player? After all, Jesse Davis got Tua injured. Your veteran player. See, these are the things that I think of, and I sit back and I wonder, do they have the right person teaching Noah Igbenogany how to be a corner? Because they can't teach X how to play better. They can't teach Byron Jones how to play better. Is Javon Holland in good hands? I wonder. I mean, it's something to think about. Because I have a hard time watching failure all over the place and then lazily just blame it on personnel. When I see personnel leave from here and excel in other places. So is it the personnel decisions or is it the people that are preparing these players who for a couple of weeks didn't want to even pass the ball deep, waited till the end of games? Is it these guys took forever to move Austin Jackson, a guard, who actually played a little better yesterday, and Eichenberg maybe at left tackle, even though, again, the people preparing, I still think if Eichenberg's your best tackle, he's got to go to the right side. If you got a lefty quarterback, but again, these are the people preparing them. I'm just saying, you gotta think a little bit about this. I'm not so convinced that all these people are terrible. There's too much terrible. And they've played better in the past. Like, what happened to Van Ginkel now? He's been on a rise in the first 2 years. My man has disappeared. So what are you doing on defense? Yesterday comes out that they had to rearrange the whole thing about the offensive coordinator. Now they've got Godsey directly talking to the quarterback, but why? You see what I'm saying? These are the people in charge of the talent. And this is why I told you at the beginning of the show, we're at a fork in the road for Flo. He's got to figure this stuff out, and with a quickness. Because by the end of the year, people will be convinced Cameron-like that you've got to get rid of him. And then the first 2 years, that means nothing whatsoever. This is a really frustrating and confusing situation right now for the Miami Dolphins. I was thinking about this. What if Grier wanted Herbert and Flo, who's got the marriage to Belichick, who then's got the marriage to Saban, is the guy that's in love with all these Alabama players, and he's the one that wanted Tua and got Waddle and got Raekwon Davis. You following me on this? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. And that's where maybe Grier has also maybe made a mistake in the hiring of Flo, or / giving him too much influence on what's going on. This is a situation that unfortunately will cost everybody their jobs if they're not able to fix it with the quickness. It'll cost Grier, it'll cost Flo, it'll cost the rest of these coaches, and then obviously for us, ultimately, we're the ones that suffer because we're the ones that follow the team and love the team and want them to win every year. And I sit here every year talking about the team and talking about the draft, talking about new coaches and new players and trades and transactions and new mini camps and passing camps and preseason and all this. And, every year we're hopeful of it getting better. And then the owner is going to be in a tough situation. Because if these guys don't end strong and Tua doesn't end strong, then you have no momentum going into next year, and you have no momentum on the business side for next year. Because if people don't believe in Tua and they don't believe in Flo, then they're not going to invest in the team. And then that kills your momentum going into next season. And then as the owner, you're now forced to clean house and bring in a new regime so you could try to then re-energize the crowd once again. And you're re-energizing us for what? Because we don't know. All we know is failure for 20 years. It's an incredibly frustrating situation. It just is. It's so just, it's sickening. That's how bad it's been. It's sickening.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.